Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Fiorletta, Content Strategist for Retail TouchPoints, and I have joining me Todd Berner, who's a VP of Zebra Commerce. Todd, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
So we're here at the Revionics Insight Show in Austin, Texas, and we're hearing a lot about new consumer trends and the impact of the connected consumer, especially when it comes to retailers' pricing and promotion strategies.
Right.
So I want to hear from your perspective, since you're in the retail space, you're working with retailers every day. What do you think are the most pivotal trends from a consumer standpoint? What are the demands? What are they expecting now?
Well, I think from a consumer's perspective, they've really kind of taken over control of what's going on from a retail perspective. So they want to shop anywhere, anytime, and they want to use the store really as a place for destination. And they expect a lot of transparency between availability of inventory, but even pricing. So when they look at something online, on their mobile device, or get in the store, they expect consistency and competitiveness in the pricing. And so we're working with Revionics to try to make sure that we can meet that consumer need and that shopper need and help retailers do that.
No, it's great that you guys are kind of going to market together, right, to provide that value, because I know from Zebra's perspective, you help kind of bring that intelligence to the store level, and then Revionics kind of brings that intelligence. So can you dive deeper into that?
Absolutely. One of the things we realized is that, with this mega trend and the capabilities of cloud computing, Revionics has found a way to figure out how the best pricing should be and the most profitable prices that a retailer should have. But one of the challenges that the retailer's faced with is, after they've made those choices, how do I execute all of those price changes in all of my stores and make sure that they're done? And this is a place where Zebra actually has its strength. So with our set of mobile computing and wireless networks, as well as our printing capability, inclusive of our software, what we've done is we've actually connected the analytics and the decisions that the retailers made for their prices, so it now directly feeds into the ability to execute those prices in the store.
Well, that's great. So you kind of give them that comprehensive view at the store level, right, since they're the ones that are kind of guiding consumers along the decision-making journey and kind of giving them the intelligence that they need.
Absolutely. And actually, one of the interesting byproducts of doing it together the way we have is that, once the prices are changed, one of the feedback mechanisms that they really like to get back into their analytics engine is the exact timing that a price changed at a store level. And we can give back to them the date and time that each store and each SKU actually changed, and then they can compare that to how that particular SKU performed from a revenue perspective, and it makes their analytics that much stronger going forward.
Wow, that's great. So I know we talked a lot about visibility, empowering retailers at the store level, but I can't help but ask, as we kind of go into the holiday season and 2016 planning, I mean, what are some hard-hitting topics, but also best practices that you think are really key for the retailers watching this video right now?
Well, I think there's a movement towards dynamic pricing, and it's going to vary by product type and different departments that a retailer might have, but the ability to react quickly to what the market needs from a real-time perspective, even in their pricing strategy, so that once they've made a decision with a tool like Revionics, they can work with us combined so that then they can make sure they maximize the execution. Because the one thing that we hear all the time is they're not going to get additional labor. So whatever gains they want to make, they're going to have to make them with the team that they already have at the store today.
Oh, that's great. And I'm sure over the next few days, we're going to be talking about a lot of trends, a lot of best practices, hearing from a lot of retailers themselves. But what do you and Zebra Commerce kind of get out of being at a show like Insight? What value does the content and just the overall experience provide to you?
Well, there's nothing like actually sitting down talking to retailers. And it's interesting to actually get a moment to listen to them talk to each other. Because one, they're sharing common problems in common areas, and to us, it gives us a window into the kind of things that we ought to be doing to satisfy their needs. And often when you're talking to them directly, they feel like it's a sales pitch. And in reality, we really just want to learn what kind of challenges they have. And when you're in a network setting like this, you can start to really appreciate what the business challenges are, which then represent for us what our product roadmap ought to look like in the future.
It's great that you're kind of gleaning insight from the overall industry to really guide the Zebra vision, especially because trends are constantly changing, and I feel like over the next year there's going to be even more change.
It just keeps going faster and faster.
Well, Todd, thank you so much again for taking the time out to share your insights, your perspectives on these hard-hitting trends. I appreciate you taking the time out to speak with me today. And,
Thanks for having me.
Thanks everyone out there for watching.